Hey loves, I'm back and I'm going to do a video on how I use the Soft and Style hair rods. I got these from Amazon for about $21.99. They come in a variety of different sizes, which sucks because the pink ones I preferred over the yellow ones, but you will see why. And that's really it. So if you want to see how I use these, let's jump right into the video. So I'm starting on stretched dry hair. I let my hair air dry overnight, but I forgot to add a leave-in conditioner because I was being pretty lazy. So although my hair was very fluffy, it was dry as all out. So I'm going to use the Honey Baby Honey Glaze hair balm, which is a hydrating hair balm. That's the product. And I'm just going to put it all over my hair. I actually really like this line. It's really good. It reminds me, it has that sticky feeling like honey. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it all through my hair, and then I'm going to brush my hair through. I'm also going to use their Honeydew hair foam, which has slip and is a moisturizing foam wrap. It did leave a sticky residue on my hands, but not on my hair. My hair just felt very moisturized, and it looked really shiny and pretty. So I was really feeling how everything turned out. I actually have an old video on these rods that I did a couple years ago. I think I had like blonde streaks in my hair at the time. But it's funny how stuff comes back around and starts to trend versus back then it really didn't. So I'm just going to do a quick video, a quick clip on how I use these. So I'm just going to add the foam wrap first, and then I'm going to twist the root of my hair, and then I'm going to, because it has a little hook, but the hook is kind of, it wasn't as easy to use as the blue and white ones I used back in the day, maybe because this is a longer, skinnier rod, and those were a bit shorter and fatter. But you just hook your hair, and then you wrap your hair in between each one of those little thingamajiggies. And then it comes with, I don't know what to call it, each one of the little ridges. And it comes with a clip that allows you to clip your hair in place. And I just used a little bit of edge control on my ends to like keep it in place while I put the clip on, because the clip was very hard to use to get it to secure around the rod. I found this rod set to be a lot more difficult to use versus the old one. And I did sit under the dryer because how I had to how I placed them in my hair, it just would have been pointless to sleep in. I feel like it just would have been something that just would have been miserable. Like, let's be honest. It is what it is. I think it's something cute to do, and it went viral. A young lady I seen on Instagram, she was doing it, and I was like, oh, I remember these. I did these a long time ago. Haha. And I was like, well, I wonder if these are any different from the ones I used back in the day, because I believe the ones I used back in the day were a little bit easier to use because I think they were fatter and wider in between the ridges. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the video, but if you go back and see the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I don't think I had this much difficulty using these. The pink side was a little bit easier to use, but when I got to the yellow side of my hair, for whatever reason, I could not get it right. Like, I don't know if my arms was just tired, and I was a bit annoyed with having to go in really small sections, and not even go as small as I could have to get it right, because I don't have a lot of patience, and when I do my hair, I just like to, I don't do a lot because I have fine hair, so the styles don't really last long anyway. So just to do a lot of work for something that I'm not going to get longevity out of is like pointless to me. But this is the whole set. This is how everything looks. That's the yellow side I was talking about. And as you can see, in between the ridges, it's not as crisp as the other side. Some were, some weren't, but for some reason, I just couldn't get the roll pattern correct. Like, the right way to roll my hair in. I didn't know which way I was doing it because it just wasn't working like the pink side. So I'm just going to go ahead and unravel my hair, and then that's the curl. It does give you a nice unique kind of curl. You can see that it matches the ridges of it. I think if you have somebody else doing this for you, you'll get like a really bomb curl set. But I did notice that the pink side dried but the yellow side did not dry properly. Maybe because it couldn't get in each even then I don't even understand how it didn't dry, because it still was on the rod. So it was like, how are you still wet? Like, I'm so confused at this point. But also back to the young lady, I'm going to look for her name because I see her on Instagram. So I'm gonna see if she has a YouTube page and leave her name in the description box below, along with the products I use and along with the link to these rods if you want to try, if you're up for a task and you're like, hey, I want to try something new, or see if this is better than perm rods or flexi rods. To be honest, to me, no, because if you stay away, if you're the type of person that does not like heating your hair, this will be pointless. And as you can see, the curl looks a lot different from the other side. It looks like, honestly, a Bantu knot versus the other side looking really crisp and dry. This is not as dry. And I sat under the dryer for 2 hours. So after I was feeling around and I realized that it was not completely dry, I was not about to sit under the dryer for another hour. I was like, it can kick rocks. I'll just make it work. But I will say that even though my hair wasn't completely dry, it did still hold the curl. So I don't know if because how the rod is, like, it kept the shape so tightly, so even while separating, when normally when your hair is still damp, you will lose definition, it still held, it just frizzed more so on that side versus the one side. So I decided to style my hair a little bit different so I can hide some of the frizz and it wouldn't be as purpose like it would seem like it was on purpose. So you can see this side is perfect and this side is janky. So yeah, so I'm just going to use a hair serum. You can use whatever hair serum you like to use. I think I was using the Main Choice hair serum or African's Best in this video. I can't remember because I've I've been trying to edit this video for the past few days because I'm working with a new lens and on a new recording setting, and my computer can't seem to handle the the um the editing of it, so it's been giving me trouble. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to post this video. Hopefully I can post it soon, but it's just frustrating because when you get everything going, it's always something. Now I have to buy a new computer. It's like, ugh, how much more money am I putting in this? You can only put in what you're getting back. So I'm not trying to dump so much more money into this, but it looks like I'm going to need a new computer anyway. And so sorry I'm rambling, y'all, but I know a lot of y'all don't mind me rambling because it gives you something to do. Plus I get tired of sitting and have to figure out what music I can put on here because YouTube always got something going on. There's always some changes. Sometimes the music don't be hitting, and I don't feel like having a license with anybody else to use their song. I already ain't getting a lot. So I'm going to use the African Best Edge Control, which I really like this edge control. And I've already put the other product on there. If you watched my last video, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to go ahead and twist my hair up. Now, I'm not doing anything special. I don't care about my parts. I'm just throwing something together quickly again because one side of my hair curled better than the other side. So I'm just trying to hide those imperfections while just twisting my hair up and laying my edges. So that's all I'm really doing. But the products I use, you can find them at Walmart. Again, it's not a sponsored video, but I do like the products. It's very moisturizing. The only thing I'll say is that it does, I'm guessing because of the honey, it's a whole honey line. It leaves a bit of a sticky kind of feeling. Kind of reminds me of Camille Rose Naturals honey feels. It kind of, even though it feels good, it still leaves that bit of sticky residue on your hands. But your hair is not affected. Your hair just feels really, really hydrated. It's like that kind of feeling. So, but also, whew, child, this also, to be honest, this is a headache. I mean, I don't really see how anybody, besides unless you want to challenge yourself or really just want to use these rods all the time. I mean, I don't even see these in in a hair salon. You know, I found mine actually years ago in a real like cheap beauty supply store where they didn't have a lot. It's like they were really being cheap on the rods, and they were like all the way in the back hidden, and we just so happened to be in the area, and I was bored, so I always like to go in a beauty supply store and see what they have, and I picked those up because back then you're just trying different things, and as a blogger, like how everybody's doing now, you're trying to get your views up, you're trying to get to show, you know, diversity in the hair community, so, and all that good stuff. And so that's really it. And now I'm just going to finish laying my edges, and I'm going to do the other side off camera. And now I'm just going to pick my hair because I like that extra volume, and I do add a bobby pin in the back to kind of get that space that's in the back of my hair, because I didn't realize I wasn't going to be styling my hair like that. So to get rid of that space, I just pin a bobby pin behind there, and I just hide it with my hair. And that's it. This is the finished look. That's how everything looks close up. Yeah, we're just going to separate a little bit. But if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're watching my video for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know whenever I post, because I am random. I do not do this full time. I would love to, but that's not what's in the cards for right now. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.